ways content marketing is great for your site's SEO. Optimizing your content for search engine traffic is a powerful strategy. You'll get people to visit your website for free, which means you won't need to pay for ads. In this presentation, you're going to learn 3 different ways content marketing is great for your site's SEO. Long-form valuable content gets top spots on Google. It's quite well known in SEO circles that Google prefers high-quality, long-form content over similarly high-quality but short-form content. A majority of the top 3 pages on Google's search results average more than 2,000 words each. As part of your content marketing strategy, you should make sure that all the posts you publish should meet this word count requirement. This will help increase your chances of ranking high up on Google. Of course, it goes without saying that your content should offer substantial information that will hook your readers into staying on your site. This is because Google also uses your visitors' time on your site as an indicator of quality. High-quality content gets linked to frequently. Getting links from high-quality sites is every webmaster's dream, as this tells Google your site is an authority on a specific subject area. But getting free links is not easy. You need to offer something valuable in return. This is where content marketing shines. When you publish high-quality content, you don't need to ask people to link to your site. They're going to link to your content voluntarily. And when you've got a ton of high-quality content, then you get plenty of opportunities to get free backlinks from big, established websites. More content equals more opportunities to rank on search engines. When you publish high-quality content consistently, you have more opportunities to rank on Google and other search engines. But don't just publish any content though. Search engines love content that people are going to find useful and valuable. So you need to make sure your content fits this criterion. Oh, and if you were thinking of keyword stuffing your content, stop right there. It's not 2010 anymore, where search engines could easily be fooled by black hat SEO techniques. When you write content, you need to have your audience in mind. No one wants to read content with the main keywords sprinkled every other sentence. That's just going to annoy your site visitors. If you publish anything other than quality content, then you risk getting penalized by Google. It means your site is never going to see the light of day and is going to be buried in its search pages. 4 simple tips to help you write persuasive content. Writing content doesn't come naturally to many people, but there's really no secret to it. In today's presentation, I'm going to share 4 simple tips to help you write persuasive content, even if you think you're no writer. Number 1. Write like you're talking to one person only. We all want to please everybody. We want everyone to like us, but the truth is, no matter how hard we try, there will always be someone who's not going to be happy with us. This is why there's a saying that goes, you can't please everybody. The same idea needs to be applied when writing content. It's important that you have a specific reader in mind. Find out who your ideal reader is, and then write your content as though you're having a one-on-one conversation with that person. Tell them everything they want to know. Answer their theoretical questions. It will be easier to persuade people this way, rather than writing content that tries to please every single person on the planet. Number 2. Tell a story. We all love stories, especially when we relate to the story being told. This is why knowing who your audience is so important. You're going to craft a story that your ideal audience is going to enjoy and be able to relate to. When your reader nods along with your story and says, yes, that happens to me too, or something along those lines, then you literally have a connection. Being on the same page means it will be easier for you to persuade your reader. Number 3. Use persuasive words. If you want to persuade people, then you need to use persuasive words. Depending on your message, there are all kinds of persuasive words you can use. The top and most common words are A. Free. People love freebies. B. You. This word makes people feel special. C. Instant. We're in the age of instant gratification, so it makes sense to use the word instant to get people to pay attention to your message. D. Easy. Who wants to do things the hard way when there's an easy alternative? E. Proven. People are more receptive to ideas that are proven to have worked for others. Number 4. Use simple language. Some people think using highfalutin language is necessary to make themselves look important, but nothing can be further from the truth. As with many things in life, simplicity is key when it comes to content. You don't want to alienate your readers by using big words they'd need to look up in the dictionary. Use language that your readers actually use on a daily, conversational basis. In this presentation, you're going to learn about the top 5 reasons why a good content marketing strategy is a must in this day and age. Let's begin. Number 1. It establishes your authority. When you're publishing high-quality content on a regular basis, you eventually establish yourself as an authority in your industry. People flock to your website because your content helps them in one way or another. Number 2. It creates a strong brand identity. If you've got a good content marketing strategy in place, then you'll be all over the web. Your target audience will encounter your brand frequently. They'll become familiar with the type of content you publish, and you'll become known as one of people's go-to brands in your industry. When you build a strong brand, you'll be able to convert your casual readers into avid fans. Number 3. Builds trust among your target audience. People love authority. With a successful content marketing strategy in place, you'll be viewed as an authority by your audience. You'll be seen as a brand they can trust. So when you recommend products or services to your audience, they'll be more willing to follow your advice. They trust you, so you better make sure you don't waste that and do something terrible to lose that trust. They can easily turn the tables on you and post negative reviews on the internet. Number 4. Generates leads and sales. Generating leads and sales is hard if you don't have a reputable brand or name in the industry. With content marketing, you can establish your brand as a trustworthy authority. If you carry out your business with integrity, then you can easily generate leads and sales. People will trust whatever you tell them to do, provided it somehow solves a pain point for them. Number 5. Higher return on investment, ROI, than traditional advertising. There are many different ways to advertise your brand on the internet. You can do the pay-per-click, PPC marketing, search engine marketing, SEM, banner ads, social media ads, and more. Note that with any of these paid methods, you still need to generate your content, so you need to factor that into the cost too. However, with content marketing, you're essentially only spending money on getting your content produced. The good news is your content will continue to live on the internet long after it's produced, which translates to really excellent ROI. 6 major characteristics of high-converting content. There's high-converting content, and then there's meh content. If you were to choose, I'm sure you'd go for the high-converting one. Otherwise, you're wasting your time creating your content. In this presentation, you're going to learn about the 6 major characteristics your content needs to have if you want it to convert exceptionally well. Number 1. Use numbers in your headlines. It's a fact that people are attracted to numbers and will ultimately choose to click on an article with a number in the headline. Titles like 5 different ways to earn $1,000 online in as little as 7 days will get more clicks than a generic title like Easy Ways to Earn Money Online. Number 2. Clear headlines perform better. Clickbait titles are out. They may have been popular just a few years ago, but nowadays people are wary of these kinds of overly sensationalized titles. When planning your headline, make sure you clue your reader on what they can expect from your content. This helps to set their expectations. Number 3. Hook your readers with your introduction. Headlines are meant to get people to click on through to your content. However, if your introduction disappoints them, they're not going to pursue your entire content. Instead, they're going to hit the back button on their browsers. So if you want people to stay, make sure your introduction serves its purpose. Number 4. Use eye-catching graphics. Humans are visual creatures. When we see good graphics, our eyes are ultimately drawn to it. You can use graphics as a thumbnail for your content, or you can use it to break your content into different sections. It gives people's eyes a much-needed rest from reading blocks of text. Number 5. Use plenty of white space. If you've got too many things going on your site, you're basically making it hard for people to stay on your site and consume your content. White space is important in web and graphic design. It makes your site and your content look tidy and neat. It encourages people to read your content and make them feel comfortable while doing so. Number 6. Clear call to action. Your content needs a prominent call to action. This is why you're doing content marketing in the first place. You want people to follow your call to action. If you hide your CTA in an obscure location, then people are going to get confused and they'll leave your site without doing anything. 7 reasons why your content marketing strategy is failing. It's an unfortunate fact that not all brands and businesses who have launched a content marketing campaign have succeeded. If you want to know why yours isn't anywhere near success, then you need to tune into this presentation. Number 1. You didn't set a SMART goal. Setting content marketing goals is not the same as setting a SMART content marketing goal. A SMART goal means it's a specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound goal. It's not just a generic goal one can easily come up with. Number 2. You don't have a target audience in mind. If you're creating content with no particular audience in mind, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. This is why buyer personas are a must. If you define who your ideal target audience is, then you can create content they'll find useful. Number 3. Your content is all wrong. This is another effect of not having a buyer persona. If you don't know who your target audience is, then you could be creating content no one would pay attention to. In short, you'd be wasting your time. Number 4. Your content isn't SEO optimized. Content marketing is great for your site's SEO. If you do content marketing correctly, you could rank high up on Google and other search engines for many profitable keywords. However, if your content isn't SEO optimized, then no one's going to find you on Google. Number 5. You don't have a system to capture leads. Most of your site visitors are only going to visit your site once. If they don't like what they see, they're going to bounce right off, and you're never going to see them again. However, if you have a lead capture system in place, you can reach out to them later on and redirect them back to your website. Number 6. You don't know what to do with your leads. You may have a lead capture system in place, but you're not using it properly. You don't know how to nurture your leads and turn them into buying customers or clients. Have a sales funnel in place and guide your leads down your funnel until they become paying customers. Number 7. You're not leveraging the power of social media. Social media has proven its value to businesses many times over. If you're not capitalizing on that, then you're leaving a lot of money on the table. Complement your content marketing strategy with a solid social media strategy, and you'll be amazed at the results. 8 places to distribute your content for even more traffic. So you've got tons of content from your content marketing strategy, and you think you can now sit back and wait for search engine traffic to kick in. While you're free to do that, why bother waiting though? If you're proactive, you'll be able to make the most of your content marketing efforts. Tune into this presentation to find out where else you can distribute your content for even more traffic. Number 1. Email. If you're not capturing leads on your site, then you need to start now. If you've got an email list, you can easily send them an email anytime you've got new content up. You can drive people back to your site, and you can monetize your list anytime you want to. Number 2. YouTube. Repurposing your content into video should be a top priority for your brand. After all, YouTube is the second most visited site in the world, right next to Google. Number 3. Facebook. With over 2 billion active visitors every month, Facebook is the biggest social media network in the world. Building a strong presence on Facebook is essential for your brand. You can create a fan page or a group and invite your website visitors to follow you on the platform as well. Number 4. Twitter. Twitter looks deceptively simple. However, it's proven time and time again that it's a very powerful weapon that many brands use to drive traffic to their websites. If you're not yet on Twitter, don't worry, signing up is a breeze. Number 5. SlideShare. Repurpose your most popular content into a presentation and upload it to SlideShare. You don't need to be a PowerPoint whiz to do this. A pro tip is you can use templates, fill your content in, and upload to SlideShare. Number 6. Pinterest. Many think Pinterest is just a site for women. While it's true the majority of users are females, it's still an awesome site to get traffic, especially if you've got highly visual content. Number 7. Reddit. Do Reddit marketing correctly and you can expect tons of traffic to your content. However, a single mistake can get you banned or booted from the platform instantly. Number 8. Quora. Quora is an excellent platform to showcase your expertise. Give in-depth answers to people's questions. The great thing is, you can include links to your content. So if you show people you know what you're talking about, they'll be more likely to head on over to your website. 10 methods to generate content ideas quickly. To successfully implement a content marketing strategy, You need to be able to generate tons of content ideas quickly. In this presentation, I'm going to show you 10 easy methods you can use to bump up your content generation. Number 1. Brainstorm. You can brainstorm all by yourself, but if you work with a team, then that's a much better option as you'll get ideas from different people. Number 2. Research your competitors. Your competitors are a goldmine of content ideas, especially if they publish tons of content. Check their posts and determine how you can put a unique spin on things. Number 3. Reach out to your audience. You can reach out to your audience via email, social media, or on your website. Ask them for their input. For instance, ask them if they want you to cover a particular topic. Number 4. Go on Quora and look for people's questions. People go on Quora to ask questions on practically all sorts of topics. To get ideas, type something on the search bar until you find questions you think your audience may want to know more about. Number 5. Repurpose your content. Coming up with new content all the time is tough. Creating content is even tougher. To maximize your content creation efforts, repurpose your content into other formats so you can distribute it on other platforms. Number 6. Interview experts. Don't be afraid to reach out to industry experts and ask for the chance to interview them. People love getting recognized as experts. Interviewing them will help cement their status. Number 7. Check out what's happening right now. Watch the news. Go on Google Trends to find out what's hot and trending in your industry. Number 8. Read your blog's comments. You'll often read a lot of valuable comments on blogs. If you've got an active blog yourself, take the time to read the comments. You may just get new ideas. Number 9. Do a survey. Hold out a survey on your website, via email or via social media. Ask people for their input. Make your offer enticing though, so you get plenty of people participating in your survey. Number 10. Google Search Console. If you're not using Google Search Console, you're missing out on a ton of ideas. The tool is free to use. You'll learn which keywords are driving traffic to your site, so you can create content that your audience is specifically looking for. How to develop a content marketing strategy. In this short presentation, you're going to find out how you can build the right content marketing strategy for your brand. Contrary to popular belief, you can't just wing your content marketing strategy and expect to succeed. Content marketing isn't for the faint-hearted. You can either churn out high-quality content one after the other yourself, or you can pay premium dollars to have someone else do it for you. Either way, your content strategy will be built on sweat and money, but the reward will be more than worth it. Here's an outline of what you need to do. Number 1. Define your content marketing goal. Why are you doing this? What are you hoping to achieve? Do you want to get more people to sign up to your mailing list? Or are you hoping to get more clicks on your ads? Or do you want people to buy your products? Number 2. Define your ideal audience persona. You can't target everyone. The more specific your audience, the better your chances for success. When you define your audience persona, you can create content that's made specifically for that demographic. You'll be able to address their pain points, and they'll be able to relate to the content you put out. Number 3. Have a content management system in place. A good content marketing strategy involves a solid plan. Having a system in place will help you achieve your goals much faster. It will help you focus on what needs to be done. You can have a system for creating content, another system for publishing and promoting content, and so on. Number 4. Identify what kinds of content you want to create. If you do step 2 correctly, then you should know where your target audience is hanging out. Ideally, you should also know what types of content appeals most to them. Would they prefer text-based content like blog posts and articles? Or would they be more visual? If it's the latter, then you should consider creating more visual content. Number 5. Publish and promote your content. This is where having an editorial and social media calendar comes in handy. Step 3. Managing your content publication helps you keep track of how often you publish and which places you upload your content to. How to use content to build a massive audience for your brand. The internet is all about content. We go online to look for information for all sorts of things. We search for products, services, ideas, information, etc. online. But what does this mean for your business? In today's presentation, you're going to find out how you can use content to build a massive audience for your brand. The first thing you need to do is identify what you bring to the table. There are two ways you can go about this. You can either create content on topics you're passionate about, or you can narrow down your target audience and focus on what they want. The downside to working on something you're passionate about is that not too many people may share your passions with you. So, even if you publish tons of content, if not enough people are interested in it, then you could be wasting your time. The best thing for you to do then would be to find an intersection between your interests and other people's pain points. This way you can continue producing your content while making sure you have a good number of people interested in what you have to offer. Knowing who your audience is obviously important. Create a persona of your ideal audience. When you create your content, put this persona front and center and don't lose sight of who this person is. This helps to ensure you can draw your ideal prospects in and keep them interested in your content. Promoting your content will come next. It's the marketing part of content marketing. Experts recommend that 20% of your time be spent on content marketing, while the remaining 80% should be spent promoting it. You can't just publish tons and tons of content and then expect people to visit your website. Sure, this may happen when your site's more established, but if you're just beginning, then you need to go out there and promote your content. Know where your target audience is hanging out. If they're on social media, make your content readily available to them. If they're on forums, make your content easy for them to find. Master this content marketing formula of putting the right content in front of the right audience, and your strategy will be a smashing success. Why content is the most important thing on your website. In this presentation, you're going to find out just how important content is and how you can use this knowledge to build a massive audience for your brand. Can you imagine landing on a website with no substantial content on it? I bet you'd hate it. There's literally nothing of value for you on that site, and you'd essentially be wasting your time. You can spend all your money on having a beautiful website built for your business, but if it doesn't contain anything that makes it even remotely interesting to people, then no one's going to stay on your site. It's so easy to hit the back button on a browser. You're not giving anyone any incentive to stay on your site. But if you have valuable content on there, then it's a different story. Content can come in many different formats. You don't even need to publish long-form blog posts every other day or so. You can use images, graphics, videos, audio, and a whole host of other content types to keep your visitors engaged. For the best results, however, you can use a combination of different content formats. Text obviously works best for search engines, but your audience may dislike reading and would prefer to consume other types of content on your site. For instance, you can write high-quality articles and insert different multimedia on it. You'll be effectively hitting two birds with one stone. You'll be satisfying search engines and your human audience as well. In addition to spending more time on your site, people will also be more likely to link to your site. This sends out a signal to search engines that your site is an authority on a particular keyword or keywords. When you get backlinks from high-authority sites, it's essentially telling search engines it's giving its stamp of approval to your site. This, in turn, helps move your site up search engine pages. Lastly, with content, you can easily tell your audience what you want them to do. This is where your call to action comes in. You can't just ask for people's email addresses or ask them to buy something from you right off the bat. You need to offer them something valuable first. This is why having good content in the first place is important. It allows you to give value to your users, so they'll be more receptive to your call to action.